And when I seen that happen, I started making a dance with the gun, like throwing this shit at his feet, making a dance type shit. We just laughed, we just all thought it was funny. We ran off laughing and thought it was funny. When it comes to shooting, I was always taught to aim lower than the target you actually trying to hit. When I got like 21, they started calling me shauntay. And I think the streets just like ran with that. Like, right now, to this day, everybody in the streets calling me shauntay. So yeah, that shauntay that's what rang the bells right now.
Shauntay is the boss woman. She is nobody to be played with. She's like John Gotti. She's like Scarface. When shauntay is in effect, you don't have to fuck with her.
She read books, so she had different tactics when it came to shooting guns.
She got the reputation of that sniper. Whatever target.
Who is that Munch?
The men who learned the hard way not to fuck with shauntay Henderson, shit. You got the one she popped in the gutter, the one popped up on the Jurassic Park, the homeboy who she shot at Whispering Lakes, like shot him dead in his ass. So the city knew not to fuck with her because shit, it's either her or you, and there's always the other motherfucker, not her.
Shauntay's rep as a sniper was becoming notorious. At the same time, KC was getting called out for all the wrong reasons.
In 2003, there was a huge spike in homicides. It was 127 that year, and they had not seen numbers like that since the early 90s when the crack epidemic hit Kansas City.
Gang violence hasn't gone away in Kansas City. In fact, some say it's gotten much worse.
There was a lot of activity going on, and it was all around that urban core from like 12th Street up to about 51st Street. And we were starting to discover high-powered weapons at some of our crime scenes, and the officers were describing them as seeing more and more of these type of weapons on the streets.
Detectives told me that at the time they were investigating multiple shootings, more than 50, that witnesses had described seeing a masculine woman who dressed like a man, carried herself like a man at the scene.
So we were looking at shauntay for, I believe it was about 4 or 5 murders that we believe she may have been involved in. And this is something that's pretty unusual when you start thinking about a female being involved in so much violence.
Nobody told on shauntay. She would throw the no ends of the things that she might try to do to get that person.
When I started really being hot with the police and situations started rising, I think the reason why people would probably be scared to actually tell on me is because I didn't move sloppy. I didn't move like I ran with the crowd, but I know how to move.
No one would talk to us.
The cops had nothing on Shauntay. They couldn't touch her. But soon, Shauntay had a different kind of threat with someone she came up with at Charlie Parker. Someone she used to consider a friend.
Right here, you look right there where the ladies is walking past, DeAndre Parker's house. DeAndre, he was like the little cat, so Shauntay took all the younger cats in. I think that's what made Shauntay hurt. All the young cats always used to like to fuck with you. If you was younger and you really didn't have it or your mama didn't have it, she'd look out for you, especially if they was hustling and they had it.
As far as DeAndre Parker go, we out there hustling together, so we had to get along.
Shauntay and DeAndre came up together in the game, but hustling in the streets of Kansas City was tricky, and things could turn fast.
It started getting personal with Dre, I guess, over some crap. Dre owed Shauntay some money or something. Shauntay tried to check his pockets, and they started fist fighting.
We started arguing, and he just stole on me, like just cracked me right in my jaw. I had a 32 revolver on me, and when he seen the gun, he took off running, and I was chasing him. But as I'm chasing him, I'm trying to shoot, but the gun ain't shooting. And I found out later on, like the firing pin or something was messed up on it. It was something messed up with the gun.
Then it escalated from there, and when they say funk on sight, both of them felt like when they seen each other, they was popping at each other.
The feud between Shauntay and DeAndre Parker was already out of control, and neither side was stepping back.
The first time Dre tried to run her over, I guess, was at the Greyhound bus station. He tried to run her over with a truck.
I look up right in time for this car speeding at me. I just jumped out the way. He almost ran me over.
Then the second time he tried to run over with the truck, and that was all he wrote. You know what I'm saying? Rockabye, baby.
September 2nd, 2006, DeAndre Parker pulled up to a gas station on Redbridge with his girlfriend, Mia Bentley.
DeAndre went in the store.
I remember it happened around the corner from my mama's house.
I pulled up at the gas station that day, and as I'm walking across the parking lot, you know, I'm scoping it out. I see a big F-150.
Hey. Nah, that dog protecting her, baby.
I see a female lady sitting in the truck.
Don't bring your ass back over here.
Out. I'm watching him the whole time, but Dre never seen me. Right when I passed in front of the truck, and when he looked up, and the look in his face was like he seen a ghost.
Put your ass up. Keep his ass over there.
And all I did was throw a head nod, like, what's up, type shit.
I can tell by the look on his face that something just wasn't right.
Just hurry up and threw his car in gear, just revving the engine towards me, and was going through my mind like, damn, is he trying to run from me or is he trying to run me over? When I first realized that he was coming towards me, I pulled the gun out and started shooting.
Shauntay Henderson fired 5 times, hitting DeAndre Parker in the side that went through his arm, went through his chest, and severed his aorta.
To watch somebody you love die is just heart-wrenching. And when it was over, he just kind of fell back. He did reply some mumbling words. He replied, "This bitch," and I looked up and
I really didn't feel nothing for killing Dre. The way I look at it, Dre made me kill him that day. I called somebody to come and get me. We rode around the city all that day. Like, I didn't really ever care in the world. I didn't really even think twice about it.
he was loving. He was caring. That's the man I. So that's what was taken from me. Where we come from, snitching is not acceptable, but my only concern is the person I was. And he can't speak for himself, so the only person left to speak is me.
A 24-year-old Shauntay Henderson killed DeAndre, and after chasing Shauntay for years, the cops finally thought they had what they needed to catch her, a witness willing to talk.
Parker's girlfriend says suddenly Shauntay Henderson pulled a .40 caliber gun and began firing.
You tried to run her over.
One of my cousins had called me and told me if they had me on the news, so I hurried up and went to the house. That's when I seen that I was wanted for a second-degree murder.
Tonight, they say public enemy number 1, Shauntay Henderson.
Kansas City, Missouri police say Shauntay Henderson is a woman to be feared.
They said I just pulled up, got out the car, walked up and shot a young